A hung council has emerged again at the Thabazimbi Local Municipality in Limpopo following yesterday's municipal by-elections. Now, according to the Election Commission's results portal, none of the contesting political parties and independent candidates garnered sufficient votes to govern on their own. The ANC got 10 seats, followed by the DA with 4, the Thabazimbi Residents Association getting 3, while the EFF and the FF Plus each obtaining 2 seats. The Thabazimbi Forum for Service Delivery received 1 seat. We take you now to the ground. Pimani Baloyi standing by, our reporter, with the very latest. Pimani, this is a hung council, a result that the municipality and some of those who've been watching developments in the last two years were hoping to avoid. Yet here we are, and this will no doubt cause some to start panicking, because the hung council was the beginning, possibly, of all the chaos.
Good afternoon, Bongwe. Indeed, a hung council was the reason that led to this by-election. That is exactly why the provincial government took the decision to dissolve that council, saying that perhaps a new election would lead to a new result where we might see at least one political party having full ownership of that municipality and taking full decisions to ensure stability within that municipality. But Bongwe, just to correct the information that you stated earlier, that was preliminary results before the IEC made official announcements. One of the wrong things that is in that information is that the Thabazimbi Residents Association got 3 seats. At this point right now, TRA only has 1 seat, down from 3 in the previous election. The TRA seems to be one of the biggest losers. But Bongiwe, as we've been stating, you and I all along, the TRA suffered a loss of some of its losers, of its leaders, including some councillors that were in council last year. Some moved to the ANC, others moved to the Labour Party, and others to the MKP. So the TRA currently sits with 1 seat, and the EFF is also one of the biggest gainers, where it gained an additional seat, up from 2 last time. Now they are with 3. But let me just speak more about this by-election with the electoral officer here in the province, Menkaro Mateta. Mateta, you've officially handed over the results to the administrator. He was here, but there is a hanging cloud. I know political parties and candidates have up until tomorrow to lodge objectives, but the ANC was here, the provincial secretary of the ANC, and he's very much unhappy with the allocation of PR seats. Take us through what is happening with regard to that complaint. Have they officially lodged an objection?
Well, they have not officially lodged an objection, because earlier we met with them privately to try and take them through the formula. But then we said perhaps we should also invite the person who's responsible for this formula from our national office. So we have an appointment with them for tomorrow at 10 o'clock, where we are going to discuss and go through the formula, so that there is a common understanding on how the seats are actually calculated.
The ANC currently has 10 ward seats, and it does not have any PR seats. And this was the same case in the 2021 council. Just explain to us this formula that was used. Why were they excluded from the allocation of PR seats?
The reason why they were excluded is because we collapsed the number of votes they obtained under the PR plus the number of votes they obtained under the ward seat. We then used all those totals to determine a quota. That quota is then used to determine the number of seats that each party should get. So in the case of the ANC, their support, eventually, when you take the 10 ward seats and you divide them by the total number of councillors, which is 23, or the total number of votes that they've received, they get around 43% support. So we can't give them an additional PR seat that will distort the formula. They will get more seats than they actually deserve.
Going into this by-election, the IEC was worried about voter support. It's now sitting at 38%, just below the 40% of the 2021 local government election. This must be worrying for the commission.
Indeed, there are some wards that performed poorly. For example, Ward 11, which is in the mines, the voter turnout there is the lowest at around 18%. So this matter is quite worrying. Yesterday, we opened extended hours until 9 o'clock at night for people who were at work to get an opportunity to participate. But then, I think we need a thorough investigation on the reasons, besides all the efforts that the IEC put in place, including the campaigns by 23 parties plus 5 independent candidates. We still get a voter turnout of below 40%.
Your initial plan was that there's going to be the first council sitting on Monday. Do you think this plan will be disrupted by your meeting with the ANC and other parties tomorrow?
We do not think that this will be disrupted, because from the date of announcing the elections, we have around 14 days, and that 14 days will take us to Christmas Day. Nobody wants to hold a meeting on a Christmas Day. So according to our laws, you need to have constituted the council within that particular period. So Monday is the most suitable date before people go on holiday. The magistrate has been organized. So if we do receive any objection, the commission will attend to it on an urgent basis, and then they will communicate the outcome to whoever who might be objecting. If that person is not satisfied, then they also have an opportunity to approach the electoral court. But the process is in motion. Monday has been set by the administrator as the date.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mateta. That is Nkaro Mateta Ebongiwe, who says they are hoping that on Monday there will be that first council sitting where councillors will elect among themselves the mayor and other officials to run that council. Bongiwe?
Pimani, as she says there may be objections. They will try to deal with them speedily, but certainly, as you know, this council has been one that has been in the news for quite some time. But thank you so much for that update.